Okay, fine. Good afternoon, everyone. What we are going to do today, last time we have seen a 15th program, right, which was related to, how we are using this class and object and the array of the object, right? And we have done with a kind of mini application of the bank account, right, banking system. So we have skipped our 14th program. As I said that we will use constructor in that. That is why. Okay. So what we are going to do today is we will perform first this 14th one and then 16th one. Right. So this is the program that what we have skipped, right? 14th one. Okay. So what we will do over here is first we need to create one class that will imitate the part of the functionality of your base data type integer. Okay, so your class name is int, that what they said is call this class as int. Fine, this is my class name and it would be having a basic functionality of the base data type integer. Here the only data in this class is an integer variable, means what they have specified about your data member. You would be having your variable and functions. Fine. So your variable is the only one which is your integer variable. So you can take integer a. Fine. Next, include the member functions. Now here they said the include the member function, but we will consider it over here as a include the special member functions like the constructor. Fine. Because we don't have any single program where we are using the constructors. Fine. So here we will consider as special member functions, that is known as constructor, that to initialize an integer value, to as a 0. So what we can do, we can make one default constructor, right, where we will assign the integer a, that is equals to 0. We will initialize that value. Second, initialize to an any integer value, means that is a one parameterized constructor, of course. Getting this? So whatsoever the user will give the value, that will be initialized to my integer a. I hope you are getting the things what I'm saying is right, and I'm perfectly audible. Yes, Divyansh, you are saying your voice is not clear, so maybe that is at your end. Maybe everybody is getting my voice. Everyone. Okay. Kandarp is saying yes. So maybe there is a problem at your end. Fine. Okay. So what you need to do, you need to take one variable that is integer a. First, you are creating default constructor where you are assigning it 0. If the user is giving the parameter, one parameterized constructor we will make. So whatsoever the value is given by user, that we will assign to there. Now you need to display it. Of course, we would be having a void display function. Fine. And one function to add this two integer values. So for that, what we will do? We have to add two integer values. But here it is said that in a variable you are having only one integer value. So it means what? It means what? You need to take two different objects. So here say suppose my class name is int, right? So in integer main I am creating two objects. One is I1 and another one is I2, right? So for I1 maybe I am having the value 10. For I2 I am having the value 20. So these are my two different objects whose value is a and a. Of course, because we are having only one variable in my class. In my class int, what I'm having is only one variable, that is known as integer a. Fine. Then in public section, whatsoever we are writing that for the constructors and all, right? and void display function, which will simply show you the result, or what is the value of this a, right? For what I can say is, for the object I1 and for the object I2, that even I can print, right? And now what I need to add, again I'm specifying that thing, what I need to add two integer values. Means I need to take one function, say suppose void add function, right? Where what I'll pass this integer comma integer, yes or no? So I am passing my object as an argument, right? And I can even say that this is my friend function, fine, which is having integer comma integer, okay? And I'm adding two values, which is a and a, but that is from two different objects. Say suppose it is int1 and this is int2, and I'm adding this a from both this int1 and int2, right? Then what they are saying in definition, write a program that exercises this class by creating the two initialized integer values. So we have to create the object, and at the time of object creation we have to initialize our integer values. Then adding these two initialized values, adding this two initialized value, I mean two times it is printed, and placing the respond in uninitialized value. So I need to create another object, right? I1, I2, I3. You have already seen the program of this time, huh? So some of the things are, you are already knowing this, isn't it? Here I am taking this time. So here I am returning. If I'm not returning, even at that time, what you need to do is, you have to do the same thing, right? And if you are returning, then it is well and good. We can call this with t3 dot display. So that only will be printed. I hope you are getting the things. That would be very similar to this program. That is why I have put this for your reference. And you have to just display the result, right? This is what you need to do. I hope the program definition is clear to you guys, though such kind of programs will be there at the time of paper and nobody is there to explain you. So I hope you are getting the things that what I am already explained, right? After explanation, at least you should get to know that what you need to do. I hope it is clear and you will start performing the program. Yes or no? See, there is lot many different ways to do this program. Huh? Maybe what you will do, that will be totally different than mine, right? Here I'm using that return object. Maybe you are not using that return object. Maybe I'm using a friend function. You are not using the friend function, or something like that, right? So that is perfectly fine. If your logic is something different than this, right? So maybe you will write in a chat that okay, we will start doing the program. If you are not writing anything, it means I'll feel that you are not getting the things, because nothing to write is something very difficult to understand. Fine. Okay, you can try. Fine, you can try. At least the definition is clear. I mean, you are not able to do the program, that is the different thing. At least definition is clear to you guys. I'm asking about that, but still the people are not replying, only one and two. Fine, no worries. Fine, no problem if you are sleeping. No problem. I'll fully give you the attendance. Fine, I really don't mind for that. Main concern is the marks, right? Fine. Just start doing the program. And for your reference, I am putting this, right? This PPT. So here this is the returning object, right? You can also have that another this time wala program where we are passing object as function argument, right? This can also be done. Here you are writing void, right? So that is also possible. Okay. Here you are calling this function via T3. T3 dot sum T1 comma T2. So at this time this T1 and T2's data, I mean whatsoever the result, that will be there with the T3. So that is again fine. I mean either you can use this or you can use the friend function. I already said that you will be having the number of ways. Whatsoever is fine for you, that I'll put. Okay. But right now just try with the friend function, so at least you will be having a knowledge of that. Otherwise after this program, the 16th program, that what we are going to do today, that is all about the friend. So maybe it would be helpful for you if you are doing this with the friend only, then it is your choice. It's completely fine.
Hello, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am.
I hope you are doing the program and it's working
मैम
somehow, at least create. Yeah, yes, Rahul.
मैम जो ये हमें जीरो इनिशियलाइज करना है और एक इंट वैल्यू इनिशियलाइज करना है।
Hmm. Yeah.
हाँ, तो मैम जैसे कि अगर जीरो
उसके बाद
इनिशियलाइज
दो
करना तो
फंक्शन
मुझे
बनाने हैं।
कोई वैल्यू तो पास नहीं करनी पड़ेगी, तो मैं उसको मैं एम्प्टी कंस्ट्रक्टर रख लूँ और एक पैरामीटर वाला, मैम दो कंस्ट्रक्टर बनेंगे।
Ah, yes, yes, that what I've already said,
ओके
right? One constructor with no argument, where I'm just giving zero. Second constructor, that is the parameterized constructor. Two constructor you will be having.
ओके मैम।
That what we have discussed, right? And then two functions. One is only for display, and the another one where you are actually doing this summation, right? No, because we need to add two values. So the two function for that. So total four items, and fifth is your data member. Okay.
ओके मैम।
Okay, Rahul, done? Fine, great. Some, I'm also trying with the different method, whether it's working or not. So once I'll finish, then I'll directly explain the program, right? I will explain the program later on. Okay? So feel that you just keep trying with your method only, right? See, here you can choose the value directly by your own, like this. I mean, whenever you are creating the object, at that time only you can pass it. Or the second way is you are taking one another variable, then you will take that C out, please enter some integer value, and that I'll take in this P and I'll pass this P over here. So these are the two different ways, right? So I'm directly choosing right now a simple way, but that also you can do. That's what I'm saying. Fine, so I hope you have tried with your own method, right? I was trying with the different method, right? So please pay attention over here. So I'll explain you this quickly. Here we have taken one class that is integer, int, and I'm having only one variable that is a, right? One default constructor we have taken where I'm just setting my value a is equals to 0. This is one my parameterized constructor. Then I'm taking one simple method that is void display. here you can also take it as a friend and you can pass int over here. So what will happen whenever your display method is there, you can write over here like whatsoever the object you have taken, that is the another method. Say suppose int I. So what I'll take over here, I dot a, that will be displayed. So in my friend function void display, I'm passing the object of my class, that is int. And whatsoever the object I have passed over here inside this void display, that object's I value will be printed over here. So I was trying, mixing up everything. So I've just made it so simple for you. Okay, so that is also possible. Fine. This is the another way, that is simple way, only A will be printed. But whose A will be printed? By whichsoever the object you have invoked this method display, that object's A will be displayed over here, right? Then I have taken one friend function, right, where I'm writing integer add, that is my method, and I'm passing two objects, right? Two different objects of int class only. Fine. From int class only. Then I'm writing this. What I need to write, I am taking the third variable normally. So here I'm taking third object of my int class. And what I'm writing, int3.a is equals to int1.a plus int2.a, right? And it will simply return this object int3. It will simply return the object. Fine. Then I'm having an integer main where I'm initializing my variables, my objects with some value. This is the third one. So for I3, which constructor will be called? That is default constructor, right? Then I'm doing I3 is equals to add of I1, I2. And then I'm printing the value for my A, that is I1 dot display. So whatsoever the value of there associated with my I1 object, that will be displayed. So for I1 it is 10, so 10 will be displayed. Second time I2 dot display, so the 20 will be displayed. And whatsoever the summation I have done, that is with the I3, right? So in I3 objects A value would be the summation, right? Because I have assigned it third object. So that will be displayed. So finally I'll be having the output for all the 8, 10, 20 and the 30. That is my final answer. Getting this? And what I'm saying is you can even pass this value at the runtime by the user. So you need to ask them, enter the two different variables. So you can take it as A and B, right? And you can pass it accordingly. Fine. So I hope you are clear with this program. Everyone have done? Yes or no? Just write it down in a chat. Rahul is saying done. Anjali is saying done. Only 2% is saying done. What about the others? Let me know. Am I audible to you guys? Okay. Because the people are not replying. I mean, they are even not writing that we are doing, ma'am. Wait for 5 minutes or something like that. So only 4 to 5 people are doing the program. Okay. So if it is done, I'll ask to share the screen at the last. Huh? Today we will do the same thing. Fine. So I hope you have done the program. Fine, move on to the next program. 15th we have done. Now we will jump on the 16th one, right? This one. What you need to do is in this program, just listen carefully. You have to create the two different classes, which is DM and DB. Okay, two different classes in a single program. One is DM, another one is DB, which will store the value of the distances. Fine. But here DM is storing the distance in meter and centimeter. Fine. Two variable meter and centimeter. And DB is storing in feet and each. Okay, two different classes. They both are storing some value related to the distance, but DM is storing in meter and centimeter. DB is storing feet and inches. Now write a program that can read the values of for the class objects and add one object of DM with the another object of DB, by keeping this in mind that you have to use the function friendly to carry out for the addition. Okay, the object that will store the result may be a DM or a DB object depending on the unit in which the results are required. So somehow you are getting the thing, somehow not. Fine. What you need to do is, first thing, this program is very similar to like this, that what I'm showing you. Okay. What we already did in our friend function. Okay, this one, where we are having two different classes. Here I was having one class that is ABC, another class that is XYZ. Here XYZ class is having integer variable only, one variable. This class ABC that is having another one integer variable. So here the data types were same, right? And the variables value are also same. It is not like that they are storing everything in as meter and centimeter, and another class is storing in feet and inches. But now you can imagine in this structure, right? This is your program structure. Here you are having one class as a DM and one class as your DB. One class you are having float. You will be having all the float variables over here only and over here only in another class. Float variables, right? Feet and inches, feet and inches. Sorry, feet inches, and in another class it is meter and centimeter. Getting this thing? One variable that is meter, another variable that is centimeter. In this class, you are having one variable float as your feet and another variable that is inches. At least you are getting, it is very similar to hours and minutes, hour and minutes, right? In that both are in the same format, right? Hours and minutes. But here we are having the data in different format. Fine. At least this thing is clear. Fine. Now I'm having one function that is said void init. In that I'm just initializing my data, that is as a feet and inches and as a meter and centimeter. Fine, in both the classes. Then I would be having one another method that is known as display. So just let me write the structure, otherwise you won't get anything. Fine. I'm having one class that is known as DM. So I'm just writing the forward declaration, and one is DB. Okay. In DB class, I'm having float meter, sorry, float feet and inches. Okay. So am I audible to you guys now? Okay, fine. So power cutoff is over here. Now started with my phone. I mean, by my phone network. My Wi-Fi is not working. Okay. Anyways, here we have taken my two classes, right? DM and DB. Okay. In DB class, my data for the distance that is in feet and inches. And here in DM class, I'm having in meter and centimeter. So into this public section, what I'll be having is, say suppose void init method. So this init method is nothing but just I have used for my see out scene kind of thing, right? Because I will take the data of this feet and inches from the user. That is why. So scene kind of see out scene kind of statements will be over here. Okay. Or even you can pass directly, I mean over here, right? You can pass the variables over here statically. That is also possible. That is up to you. You can take over here float two times, right? Two parameters. And you can assign the value directly from the integer main. That is also possible. So I'm showing you the all different ways that how you can do this program. Fine. I'm checking my connection in between, right? Fine. And the another method that would be void display. In display method, what I'll be having a see out kind of statement, right? That after addition, your feet is this and eaches are this. Okay. These are my two variables. Okay. This is what I'll do. Same way here, I would be having a public. Then I'll show you the friend function. Fine. Just right now, I'm showing you the common things that what is common in between this two classes. Okay. Here also everything is like the same. In it you will be having a scene, but that is for meter and centi. So over here also it is meter and centi. Fine. Now there would be my friend function over here. Here my class definition is over. Now here there is one friend function. Friend. This will return you the data either in DB, right, or in DM, whatsoever it is. But right now I'm saying that it will return the data that is in DB. Okay. And if it is like that, okay, if it is like that, if they are returning me my data in DB, so what they are actually returning, they are returning me in feet and inches. They are returning me my data in feet and inches. I'm just giving you the option either this or this, or either if your data is returning in DM, right? So they will return in meter and centimeter, right? Because in any one format I need to convert my data either in feet or inches, or either in it is in meter and centimeter. Whatsoever the summation is happening, that is in meter and centimeter. So you have to convert your feet and inches into meter and centimeter, right? That is only the option. So either you can write your word display method over here, or you can write your word display method over here. That is up to you, right? I'm just showing you where you can write it. Okay. And in any one of the class, void display is there, not in both the class, right? Because ultimately I'm choosing over here what I am returning. I'm just showing you the way how you can do it. Fine. So what I'm choosing is right now, I'm not writing void display over here. Okay. I'm writing void display over here. So my data will be there finally in feet and inches. So feet and inches is there in my DB class. So here, what is my return type? DB. Getting my point? I'm having the function name add, and here I'm passing the object of dm comma db, right? Two classes object. Same way what we did over here, right? Here I was passing in my friend function xyz comma abc, both the classes xyz and abc. So same way here I'm passing my dm and db. This is my friend function. So the same friend function I would be having over here also, right? Yes or no? Fine, because it is a friend of both the class, right? It is friend of both the class, but it will return me the data in db only. Fine. Now I'm giving you the time just for 15 minutes to just write down the class structure and this two function init and display. Okay, this friend function I'll write for you, I will write it. Okay, you can even have this integer main also. Fine, that also you can write. An integer main, what you are doing is you are creating the object of dm, you are creating the object for db, right? You are calling the method init from your object 1 and object 2 both. Fine. And um, finally we will be having the addition of this object 1 and object 2, that is in object 3. Okay, and we will display the final result, that is ob3.display. So at least this many things you will do it by your own, yes or no? At least write it down so I can even check my connection that you are here only. Okay, fine. So at least you are trying for this init method and all, right? The friend function I'm writing because it would be somehow difficult and you won't get it. If you are getting the things, then it is fine. Okay, then it is fine. Otherwise, what you need to do is just write it down: init function, display function, your integer main, two classes definition, variables of it, right? There's many things you just need to complete. Fine. I'm giving you 15 minutes. Okay, fine. I hope you have done with at least this init function and all, right? So just let me save this first. Fine. Fine. So here what we did is I have given the forward declaration of DM because in friend function I am using this DM, right? So right now the compiler don't know what is this DM. Okay, so I'm just saying the compiler that okay, DM class will be there. Fine. So this is just nothing but my forward declaration of the class. Okay. So here I'm having my class DB, which is having feet and inches, right? Here in it display this functions has been done, and what I'll write is over here. I need to write everything. Right. C out, enter, feet. Okay, and user is giving over here the value C in. I will be having feet. Then C out slash n, enter, inches, and I'll take it C in inches. That what my variable name is. Fine. So this is what about void init in my DB class. Now what I'll be having finally in my display, right? I'm writing after addition, my feet is this, okay? And after addition, my eaches are this, because finally what I'm doing is my answer will be in feet and inches, okay? Not in meter and centimeter, even though you can do this, right? Definition is clear cut saying it is up to you that what you are returning, right? Either in meter or centimeter, or either it is in feet and inches. So here I'll do this same for inches. And here my variable is in inches. Done. After addition, that I'll remove one time only, that will be printed. Okay. So this is my init and display method. Now I'll come over to my DM class, which is having float, meter and centi. Again over here also in public section I'm having this, right? So I'll copy and paste this only, right? Enter, meters, right? Here I'll having meter. Same way, enter, centimeters, and here I'll be having centi variable. Okay. Now directly I'm having friend function because I'm not putting the display function over here. Again I'm repeating, right? I'm not putting display function over here. Why? Because I want my output in feet and inches. So in that class I will be having that written. If you want the output in meter and centimeter, then you can put your display function into this class. Okay? Hopefully getting fine. Now here my original function, this db add, is over here, right? This is my main function, right? Soul of my code is this. Here I'm passing object 1 and object 2, right? So there will be no confusion. This is my friend function, so I don't have to write friend over here at the time of my function definition. Okay, I don't have to write. Here I'm creating one more object of db class. Why db class? Because finally whatsoever the output will be there, that is in feet and inches, which is from db class. That is why I am taking another object that is from db class. If you want the output in meter and centimeter, so here you have to create another object of dm class. Okay, dm class. So I'm taking my third variable kind of thing. So I'm taking my third object for storing the data in feet and inches. Okay. So first I'm writing ob dot fit is equals to ob2 dot fit. So this one, ob2, because that is of db only, so it is having only fit, right? My data is already in fit, but now for ob1 I need to convert my data from meter centimeter to feet and inches, right? So if I want to add over here, I mean I need to convert my meters into the feet. So what would be the formula? Meter to feet. So I'm directly showing you that, though I know that is 3.2 or you can write 3.3. That is up to you because it's 8084 after that. So you can write 3.3 over there. Okay. So I'm converting into this in feet. One more, I'm checking that is the correct one or not. So it is, I mean, 1 meter is equals to 3.3 feet. You can say that. Okay, so I'll write 3.3 over here. So what I'm doing over here is object2 dot fit plus over here object1 dot, because I'm accessing meter variable over here, but that meter I'm converting into 3.2. So finally my answer will be there into the fit, and that object1 dot fit and object2 dot fit. Finally I'm doing this summation and that will be stored in ob dot fit. I hope you are getting, yes or no? Getting the things what we are doing is okay, fine, right? So this is what I got my answer in fit. Okay. Now I'll do over here ob dot inches. Again I'll be having that ob2 dot inches that I'll get directly, right? Because it is already converted into it. But now for this ob1 dot, I can say that I need to convert my centi with something. So what is the value that is for? Net is so slow. So centimeter to inches converter. So what I'm getting is 0.39, right? So I can use zero point 0.4 approx, or you can even use 0.39, right? It's up to you. So I'll multiply with 0.39 over here, right? No? Am I correct? Fine. And you can even, I mean, do that modulo by 12, right? Because your feet and inches, I mean, you are doing that by modulo 12. So that is the extra task that what we are doing is, right? So what I need to do, anyone can suggest? What I need to do, Rahul, Anjali, Kandar, those persons who are doing the program? Because we know the hours and minutes. So what we are doing, we are dividing our minute by the 60, and then we are converting that. We are adding that into the, I mean, say hours, right? And the remainder that what we will be having with the minutes. So some of the things same we can do with the same testing.
Ma'am, we can return the DB object, and after that we can call a display function with that object.
Sorry, your voice is, I mean, not much audible. Will you repeat it?
ओके मैम। मैम मैं कह रहा हूँ कि अगर हमने डीबी का एक ऑब्जेक्ट बनाया उसके उस फंक्शन के अंदर, तो
Hmm.
उसका डीबी का जो ऑब्जेक्ट है उसको रिटर्न कर देंगे और फिर एक डीबी का ऑब्जेक्ट 3 बना के उसको फंक्शन को कॉल कर लेंगे।
Nee, what I'm saying is, Rahul, what I'm saying is, for example, यहाँ पे feet है, right? It is something like, say suppose 36 feet, and I'm getting over here each is that is 50 inches, right? But my inches would be generally up to 12 only, जैसे कि 6 feet 11 inch height. Say suppose 5 feet 11 inch, that is the height. So in that way I need to convert my this feet and inches, no? That what I'm asking.
ओके
So
मैम,
how I can do that? Yeah, for that what I need to write, that I'm asking. Please somebody write in the chat. What I was doing over here, that also I'm showing you in hour and minute wala program, if you remember. Yes. What I'm doing over here, hours is equals to minutes by 60. That what I was doing. That is added to my hours, right? And then I'm doing this modulo. So something now you are getting or not? So we can try something. I mean, where we will get the output. Okay. So come audible. Okay. So what we can say is ob dot fit is equals to ob dot fit plus whatsoever the each is I get, right? ob dot each is ob dot each is that I can divide with the 12. This is what I can do. Yes or no? So say suppose 50 eaches are there. So 50 divided by 12. So that will be added to my ob fit. And what will be there in the ob dot eaches? That is equals to ob dot inches modulo 12, isn't it? Right? So that will be there finally in the ob inches. And now finally I'm returning my object. What is my object? ob, right? So I'll simply return it. Maybe this modulo, if not work with the float, I need to convert it with the integer. But let's see what we are getting. I mean 99% we will get the you know, error, right? Because the eaches will be there finally in integer only. Fine. So I'll write over here integer, and over here also I need to write it down in integer finally, right? So we'll check the output after writing the integer main. Now here what I said is you are creating the object of DM. So I'm writing DM object 1. Okay. Then I'm writing DB object 2 and object 3. Why both? Because whatsoever I'll get the answer as my return, that will be of the type DB. So to store that, I need to take another type of the DB only, right? You are getting my point? Just like my integer ABC, right? If I'm taking integer A, comma B, but my answer is returning into an integer kind of, so I need to take another variable of the same type integer C, so I can have that answer that will be stored in my third variable. It is very similar to that only. Fine. So I'm having this DM object OB2 and OB3. Now what I'll do, I'll do first of all that initialization. So I'll call my OB1. So OB1 dot init method. So that will be called. Then OB2 dot init method. So that will be called. So after this two function call, ultimately I would be having my feet and inches and meter and centimeter, something like that. Okay. Now finally I'm adding. So I'm adding for that. What function I'm having? Add. First is what? DM. DM object I've given, no? So DM object is object 1. So I need to pass over here object 1, comma object 2, that is of type DB. And this function will return me something, right? So to catch that, I need another one. So that is my OB3. So OB3 is equals to add OB1, comma OB2. Okay. And finally, I'll do the C out, right? And I'll call, I'll print that after addition. Then I'll directly call my function, that is ob3.display. So here it is ob3.display. Getting this thing? So we'll try. There would be error, there won't be. I really don't know. Right. We'll try for this. What we are getting. Okay. So they are asking me enter the meters. So let's see, suppose meter I'm writing 10 meters and centimeter, say suppose 21 centimeters. Then for the feet that I'm giving, say suppose 35 feet, and inches that I'm giving 2 inches, something like that. So after addition, my feet would be 67 and my inches would be 10. Okay. So here two times it's printing. So I'll remove this one, right? Okay. So this is working correctly. I hope now you are getting the program. Yes or no? So I'm having this screen, right? Just finish it up within 5 minutes, and we will see the next program, which is the smaller one. So we will be finish it by the time. You are only remain with this integer main, or maybe this db function, right? This db add. So just finish this print function and integer main quickly, and I'm giving you 5 minutes to make it finish, right? And we'll see the next program. I hope you have finished your program. Please let me know so we can move further for the next program, which is very small and you can easily do it within 5 to 10 minutes. Just quickly respond me in the chat. Have you finished your this program with this DM and DB? Okay, fine. What about the others? Fine. So almost everyone have done, right? Okay. So our next program, mm, that is I think removed, right? That program is not there, but you will do it. Fine. Just write down the definition, right? Because it is very important in terms of static. So you will perform this, right? This is the extra program, but you have to perform it, right? We cannot start with this complex number, right? Instead of that, what we are doing is, okay, I'm writing the definition in chat, right? Write a program to calculate number of objects objects created for particular class. Fine. So this is the definition. Write a program to calculate number of objects created for the particular class. Anyone who can answer this? How we can do this? Any one of you? How I can calculate number of object which is created for this particular class? Because see, single object. Yes, yes,
मैम
Rahul. Yes, you can continue, Rahul.
कि मैम हम एक स्टैटिक वेरिएबल बना देंगे। तो
Yes,
जब भी हम
correct.
कोई एक कंस्ट्रक्टर भी साथ में बनाएंगे तो जब भी कोई ऑब्जेक्ट बनेगा तो कंस्ट्रक्टर कॉल होगा और जब
Yes,
कंस्ट्रक्टर कॉल
correct.
होगा तो हम स्टैटिक में प्लस करेंगे।
Yes, yes, perfect, perfect, dear. Right? So what Rahul has said, that is very correct. What you can do is you can take one integer count as a static variable, right? And in that static variable, that what you will do is you are just incrementing that count. So how you can increment that count exactly when the object is created? So this incrementing count kind of thing that you can perform into the constructor. So whenever any of the object has been created, the constructor will be called and your count will be plus plus. Second object created, again the constructor will be called count plus plus. So you can do this in your default constructor, right? Without argument, any constructor, just you are creating A, B, C, three objects. So three times default constructor will be called and your static variables value will be incremented. Now if you want to see that, okay, how many objects has been created, so at that time you can create one static function like a void display, but just put static in front of it. What is the condition? Static function can only use the static variable. So yeah, here I'm having only one variable, no, that is count, which is a static. So without dependency of, without on any dependency on the object, how to call that method display? Via object 1, via object 2, via object 3, though you will get the same answer for all, right? But why to call with object 1? Why to call with object 2? Why to call that function with object 3? Instead of that, I am not dependent on my object. Instead of that, I can directly call my static function with the class name, right? No, in TC1 class only somebody has asked me this question that ma'am, what is the application of the static function? So this is the answer. that whenever you are not dependent on any of the object, right, you can directly call the static method via class name. So whatsoever the class name you are giving, scope resolution operator and directly function name. So you will be getting what is your count right now. Getting this thing? So quickly perform this program by your own, right? You are having 20 minutes and you have to finish this. Okay? Quickly. I'm here only. Fine. If you are having any doubt, you can ask me in between. Fine. I'm I hope you have done with your program. Is it so? Quickly let me know. Done. What you need to do is you just need to take one class. You have one variable static count. You are having one constructor. In that you are writing count plus plus. Okay. Then other you are having void display method, and in that you are just putting number of objects are and count. Then directly you are having integer main. In that you are having different objects, object 1, object 2, object 3, something like that. And what you are calling this static void display method, right, directly by the class name. Say suppose the class name is a, so a scope resolution operator and directly method name, that is called display. That's it. The program is over. Should I write this program or it is clear to you guys? It is clear. So meanwhile, please write down your enrollment number into the chat and we will close this session. Quickly write down your enrollment number, please.